Hi, let's take a look at Omnideck and see some of the things you can do. Now, right off the bat, you can see that it's very much like any AI tool that you might find online. There are a few differences, though. For example, you'll notice that we have different agents, and you can go in and take a look and customize these agents in all types of ways. I'll take a look at that later. You can also create routines. Routines are actions that take place on a timer, either once or daily or multiple times a day. And you can just have Omnideck set those up for you. We also have artifacts. Artifacts are things that have been generated for us. And you can see these are usually files, markdown or HTML files. And you can go back to the conversation. Here I was doing a demo searching for oranges at Target and a few others as well. But let's see what this looks like. I use OpenRouter typically, and so I want to know about OpenRouter's free models. So tell me about OpenRouter's free models, which ones are available, and what the limits are. Now, what we're going to see here is a couple of things. So first thing, we are calling out to the LLM to process and figure out what to do. And so you'll notice that it's going through and spawning a research agent. And this research agent is actually going to go out and do the search for us. And if we want to open it up, we can actually see exactly what's going on, including the terminal output if we really want to see all the details. But if I go back to the main chat where I started, you can see that it's going through and it's doing the searching for us. And we will just take a minute here while it does the search and puts everything together. All right, now it's finished. That did take a few minutes, but we can take a look at that actually. First thing to notice is that out of the 1 million 1 million token context, we've used 7,939 across all of these calls that we were making. If we go through the data, we can actually see, as we saw up here, everything that happened. And if you look, you'll see that we start off going through, fetching the URL, looking at the docs, getting the information, parsing it, and we're actually running scripts, generating Python to organize the information for us. Here you can see something went wrong with the table, and so it actually rebuilt it from the data it already had pulled down. As it's going through, you can see all of the thinking and reasoning that it goes through, and here's where it actually starts to build out the report. Over here on the terminal, you can see the outputs for everything that's going on. And at one point, there actually even was a browser window. We'll look at that in another video to show actually what's going on when it browses. So that sub agent is blue. That means it's finished. The general agent we started with is also blue. That means it's finished. And here is the results. So we can see that OpenRouter actually has some rate limits that are there, and you can see what those are. And if you have credits purchased, then you actually get a higher limit. So you need at least $10 worth of credits. You can also see that there are 21 free models, and here we've got a nice little table that lines them all up, tells us what they are, which ones, how they work, limits, notes, and the different things they're good for, multimodal, coding, etc. And all of this happened in just a few minutes of going back and forth, and you can see everything that's going on. So this is one of the things that Omnideck is really good at finding, synthesizing, and generating analysis and research for you. Now, there's a lot of other things it can do. This is just a start, but I wanted to show you an example of what can happen. And if you didn't know, then on OpenRouter, you actually have the ability to have some free tokens and some free models. So I actually am using that. If I go over here, I actually have a research agent that's using one of the free models. And I use that from time to time when I need to do something very quick. So nice to know that that is available.